Welcome back to the Kryptoria University. In this lesson, we will talk about the background, the synopsis, and the assets of the NFT game called Kryptoria. First of all, let's talk about the story of Kryptoria. Following their escape from Earth and the founding of Kryptoria, the High Council has sought to establish peace and prosperity in their new society. However, a few years ago, Degans broke away over ideological differences with their fellow Kryptorians. Kryptorians pursued financial gain, whilst Degans believe Web3 should be used for artistic creation. In an effort to avoid war, the High Council gave land to the Degans, hoping to placate them. This time was known as the Separation. During the separation, the Degans established a new capital city, Zayan. Ever since, there has been a growing tension between the two diametrically opposed factions. Small skirmishes have led to ever-increasing retaliations. Whilst neither side truly wants an all-out war, it now seems unavoidable. Kryptorians are powerful and well-established. From the arrival colony, a sprawling city has been established, Exodus, now the Kryptorians' capital. Using advanced construction drones, the city has grown rapidly in just a decade. Exodus is the center of commerce in Kryptoria. Web3 conglomerates controlled by powerful DAOs seek to extract vast profits shared with their holders. Exodus, with its gleaming plazas, is a beacon to all who wish to share in the wealth Web3 has created. However, some fear that human greed never learns and that it could lead to the same society that the Kryptorians left Earth to avoid. The advent of blockchain is ushering in a new era for gaming. Players will be able to own their game assets and take those assets out of a game to sell, trade, or use elsewhere. As we see more interoperability in the space, the ability for players to choose where they use their assets will expand. This will turn into a fluid, frictionless experience for players to move in, around, and across blockchains, games, and metaverses they love. Degans separated from the Kryptorians about a decade after their arrival in Kryptoria. They represent the wilder side of Web3. They fight for the creators, the collectors, and the community, and it was these ideological differences that led to the separation. Their home is Jian, a vibrant, colorful, and bustling city. Artists, musicians, and creators of all backgrounds gather together to revel in their differences as well as their commonalities. All are welcome in Zion, and whilst organized crime has become an undercurrent in the city, many accept, for now, that this is the price of autonomy that almost resembles anarchy. The infamous red light district is the center of Zion. There is no experience, pleasure, or libation you cannot find here. It is the beating heart of Zion. Let's talk about the game synopsis of Kryptoria. You choose the faction you want to play for. You will earn resources by owning land, trading, and winning battles. Your alpha citizens will be your instruments of war as you seek to support your team in victory. Winning battles for your faction will allow you to gain extra resources and be promoted through the ranks. Your in-game rank will also be reflected in Discord as your role. Let's talk about Kryptoria's game assets. Alpha citizens. These are the avatars that form the foundation of the game. When assigned to a map tile, they can be used to earn resources, defend your map tile from attack, as well as attack other players. If you own multiple map tiles, you should think carefully about which resources you want to earn more of and which resources you want to protect. Land without an alpha citizen can still be attacked by the enemy. All characters are factionless prior to being minted. You will choose which faction you want to play for when you mint your alpha citizens, at which point all will be assigned to your chosen faction. We want the game to be controlled by the community as much as possible, which means you are able to change your allegiance at any time. This will impact the balance of power in Kryptoria and could change the course of the war. Land. Since they came through the proxy portal, Kryptorians have learned much about their new home. From the stretching sands of the Solana Desert to the shores of the Broken Sea, the world of Kryptoria is vast and alien. Whilst only a relatively small part of the planet has been fully explored, cities and industry have already spread across the land. As sure as the two suns in the sky, as more of Kryptoria is explored, more mysteries will be uncovered. Owning land allows you to generate resources that can be used in-game for a variety of purposes. The resource a map tile produces depends on its type. Each map tile also comes with an abundance property, affecting the amount of a resource it generates per day. If the map tile has a city on it, then it will produce an even higher amount of resources per day. Land also comes with a small amount of inbuilt attack and defense stats that represents natural and artificial fortifications. Weapons. The discovery of crypto ore and uni shards, both native resources to Kryptoria have allowed new forms of energy-based weapons to be forged. Kryptoria Armory is the largest producer of miltech on the planet. There is not much that goes boom that they do not have a hand in making. You will be able to assign weapons to alpha citizens, which will increase their attack capabilities in the game. Using in-game resources, you will be able to mint and equip new weapons to your characters. This will increase their attack stats and their ability to dominate in battle. Players also have the ability to deploy defenses and reinforcements prior to an attack. Paid for with in-game resources, these provide benefits ranging from extra attack points to chances of winning extra resources. Consider using defenses and reinforcements to help you get the edge in battle. Once weapons have been minted, there will be regular future drops of limited edition and partnership collections. These will contain upgrades for alpha citizens, as well as new weapons to deal more damage in battle. I hope you liked this video about the NFT blockchain game called Kryptoria. Next time we will talk about the build tab of Kryptoria's website. See you soon.